Hello, and welcome to the swatching video of the goodies I got in my Riot haul, starting with the Faber-Castell Albrecht Dürer Watercolour Pencil Set. Now, it comes in this really nice dark wood box with secure hinges and latches, which I think will keep everything inside safe and protected for the foreseeable future. Alongside the 48 watercolor pencils, it comes with a sharpener, an eraser, a water-soluble graphite pencil, and a quite nice size 6 round brush. I found it really good to use. I had no issues with bristles or hairs falling out. It seemed to hold quite a bit of water, and it worked really well throughout this video, and I am looking forward to using it more. To be fair, I do not have a lot of experience with professional watercolor brushes, so I'm not sure how it would compare to others, but for this set, it is a really good companion, and I am glad it is included. Now, these colors here are Black 199, Cool Gray IV 233, Warm Gray V 274, Warm Gray II 271, Walnut Brown 177, Burnt Sienna 266, Raw Umber 180, and this is all swatched on 30% cotton paper, which is an improvement from the paper I used in the last swatching video, but can still be improved upon. 100% cotton paper is in my list of things to buy. I'm just looking for affordable and still good quality ones that I can buy in the future to improve my craft. And here we have Dark Naples Ochre 184, Burnt Ochre 187, Venetian Red 190, Pompeian Red 191, Coral 137, and Chromium Green Opaque 174, and lastly Olive Green Yellowish 173. These particular colors here are a really good natural range. I think they'll make great scenery and landscapes when I get into drawing those, which will hopefully be soon. But I do have to apologize. They are not coming up as rich on camera as they are in person, and I do believe that that is due to the setting of my ring light for this video. I did not realize how much it would wash out the page. It seemed fine in person and in the viewfinder, but upon editing I can see that it is not showing the true reflection of these pencils, which can be a bit annoying if you were potentially looking to buy these yourself. I just have to say they are richer in person, and the color does stretch out further than it looks like they do here. But these colors are Juniper Green 165, Leaf Green 112, Earth Green Yellowish 168, Light Green 171, Emerald Green 163, and Dark Phthalo Green 264. Now these pencils, they draw really smoothly. They're very creamy, very nice to scribble with. I will let you know if I have any changes in opinion when I actually create a piece. But so far, I am very happy with these compared to the far cheaper watercolor pencils I have brought in the past. They are insanely good and rich and blissful to work with. These colors are Cobalt Green 156, Cobalt Turquoise 153, Blue Turquoise 149, Phthalo Blue 110, Light Ultramarine 140, and Ultramarine 120. They also wet really, really, really well. There's no line marks left behind. The water catches all the pigments. It washes out really, really well. These really nice, rich, deep, vibrant colors. And it's not hard to activate them. As you're seeing, the process is sped up, but it is very, very easy to activate these pencils and to work with them, at least in this swatching set. I may very well just do another video where I work solely with these, create a picture, see how they interact with each other. I think that would be a good idea to work on in the future. So here we have Dark Indigo 157, Helio Blue Reddish 151, then we've got Mauve 248, and I mean, these colors are all really, really, really rich. There's a lovely range here. I 10 out of 10 recommend these in terms of color, usability. And these colors are Purple Violet 136, Magenta 133, and lastly, Middle Purple Pink 125. The only sticking point with these is probably how much they cost. I was lucky to buy these on sale for a little under $160. That is Australian dollars. I don't know what that is in other currencies, I'm afraid, but they are very pricey, and it was definitely a splurge, but I had some money to put towards this haul, so I thought, why not treat myself to something? But yes, it is very, very pricey, and not in everyone's range. I'm sure that there are other watercolors out there that are just as good in a better price range. And that was there a little cameo from my younger brother who wanted to show off his fidget ring. I think he thought I might take that out in post, but no, it is staying in. But these colors from top down are Pink Madder Lake 129, Rose Carmine 124, Madder 142, and Dark Red 225, Middle Cadmium Red 217, and Permanent Carmine 126. They have, as you can see, a lovely array of pinks, purples, and reds, which I'm so excited to use. If I had to pick a favorite color, it would probably be pink, which is not something I would have said when I was younger, but I am definitely on the pink bandwagon these days. But yes, no, I do recommend these pencils. They are exceptionally good to work with. But these colors are Deep Scarlet Red 219, Pale Geranium Lake 121, Dark Cadmium Orange 115, Cadmium Orange 111, Dark Chrome Yellow 109, Cadmium Yellow 107. And then here I just try, they've completely dried out now, I try re-wetting them. They do not really re-wet. Once the pigment is moved and dried down, there is a very, very light hint of re-wetting, but not much at all. So I think these will be easy to layer once you have put a layer down, painted over it. You could draw on it again. There'd be a little bit of mixing, like a tiny little bit. But other than that, I think these would make for really good layering pencils, watercolor pencils. But these last colors are Light Cadmium Yellow 105, Light Yellow Glaze 104, Cream 102, White 101, and I was just testing out the solubility of the water-soluble graphite. I'm not too familiar with water-soluble graphite. I had the one in the Montmartre set, which did seem to dissolve a little bit more, but I'm not too sure how much they're supposed to, and in all likelihood, I will probably just sketch in the watercolor pencils themselves to keep any of that like unwanted grayness out. But as far as this pencil set goes, I do recommend it. I do understand that the price is a sticking point, but if you are able to get your hands on them on sale, even on a smaller set, I definitely do recommend just testing them out, seeing how you feel about them. Next, this Mungyo Soft Oil Pastel Set was also on sale. I think it was only $30, which is pretty cheap. They are student grade, so not your professional, but I have not really worked with oil pastels much ever. A little bit in school, I think, but not since then. So when I saw that these were on sale, I was very excited to try them. So I am a fan of Amy from Winterwood Studios, and she recommended this set for people beginning and trying out because they're still good quality, but they're not too expensive. So I took her recommendation to heart, and I brought this set when it was on sale. Now, I'm not too sure I'm going to use this, so I'm doing a little bit of research, which I can definitely share here and share my journey with oil pastels, but they are absolutely beautiful. I'm hoping you can sort of see the colors well enough with their little number codes in case you're interested in any of these. But they're absolutely beautiful, and they rub out really, really easy. I do think I prefer the kind of like strokey line scribbles to when they are blended out, but that's where, like, you know, the blending out would make a good sort of background, and you can go over the top with the sort of like scribble lines. I'm not even really sure what to call them, the kind of strokes that use more professional language to make your art sound better. But they're really, really creamy and smooth to draw with. So I'm absolutely looking forward to creating art with these. And I really liked using this paper, which was just a sort of cheap acrylic canvas paper. Nothing expensive at all, but it picked up the pigment really, really well, I found. And there's like a texture mark to it, which you'll see in the close-ups, how it's got that sort of like canvas texture, which was a shocking find. That was just picked up from Kmart. It's like the Kmart Anko acrylic paper in like 400 GSM, so it's very thick and sturdy, but definitely better than I expected it to be. I thought it would be better than the sketch book that I was using in the last one to try this stuff out on, but I did not expect to like it as much as I did. So I guess this is a little bit of a double review of the paper as well. But no, I can definitely recommend these for other people who are starting out in oil pastel. I'm not sure about beyond that, but yes, no. Thank you, Amy from Winterwood Studios. I will have a lot of fun with these. But yeah, no, I am really excited to have these. They come up so beautifully. I don't know what I'll create with them yet, but I will keep you posted on that journey. But yeah, so that was the Mungyo Student Quality Soft Oil Pastel Set from Riot. Definitely keep an eye on Riot for their sales if you are Australian. They have a lot of good sales. And finally, we are on to the Eraldo Di Paolo acrylic paint starter set, which comes with 4 brushes, 12 paints, and 10 sheets of 100 GSM A4 acrylic paper. Not the same paper I used for the oil pastels, obviously, but no, they're still really good. As for the brushes that come with, there is a size 2 flat brush, a size 2 angle brush, a size 3 round brush, and a size 12 filbert brush. Now the paper, I am not sure about. That's the thing that I probably am a little bit of most hesitance towards recommending. It has a strange chalky texture to it, which I'm not sure is normal for acrylic paper or the like, but it was very strange. You'll have to let me know if the acrylic paper stuff is typically chalky. But here I am swatching the colors, starting with the titanium white, the lemon yellow, yellow ochre, vermilion, and then the crimson red. And I'm swatching with all the different brushes. So right here we've got the light green with the angled brush, the Viridian, that was with the filbert brush, the ultramarine blue with the round brush, the phthalo blue with the flat brush. Oh, I'm a little ahead of myself. There we go. The phthalo blue with the flat brush. And the last three, the sienna, again with the angled brush. And the burnt umber with the filbert again. And finally, the black is with the round brush. Now, I did quite like these brushes. Again, I had no issues with bristles coming out. And beyond this little swatchy painting I do at the bottom just to fill the page, I actually did another painting and I found the brushes really, really good to use. Again, I'm not sure what you typically use for acrylic paintbrushes. I only really use the ones in high school. I have done a little bit of art since then, but nothing too substantial. And they seem to work really well. I do find the round brush quite difficult to use because the bristles are so long. I think that is just a me thing though, not being familiar with how to use it. There was nothing actually wrong with the brush itself. I do believe that it was quite legitimately a me thing, not knowing how to use, but the bristles are so long that I felt it really awkward to use, while the other three were absolutely brilliant. I 10 out of 10 recommend and will be using them for the foreseeable future until if I find anything better, I will change over, but for now they are, I think, the best brushes I have to work on acrylics with. So that is very exciting. The paint itself is a high flow, so it's not very thick. If you want to thicken it, you have to layer it quite a bit, but that is fine. The only issue I had was that it is very transparent, which is not what I was sort of used to with paints. I am typically used to acrylic paints being a bit thicker so that they mask more when they're layering, but I don't know if that's just like the paints that I had access to, or like whether it's a quality or a style thing. Some people probably prefer their paints a little bit more transparent, so it's a little bit of this, a little bit of that. They do dry really, really quickly, and they mix pretty well. I did a few little mixes here, much more on the actual art. And then I had a plastic paper plate to mix on. I definitely recommend a glass tray to mix your acrylics on. It comes off much easier. I ended up just scrubbing this down, the plate down, and we just use it for more paint later. I don't want to waste if I don't have to, but yes, it is much easier to do with a glass panel. But yes, here's a piece of art I actually did. Now I do see there's a rip in it. I used a bit of ink as well, which spilt onto the washi tape. Now, the paper itself, it ripped. I'm not sure whether that's a paper thing or the washi tape. I'll have to test more, but it did shred the edges. Other than that, I had a great time working with this paint and the brushes. It's a really good set. I'm very happy to have it. But yeah, that's all for this time. Thank you for watching my video, and I hope to see more of you in the future. Thank you.